T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go Starlink. Go SpaceX.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
T plus 15 seconds into flight,
Engine
Falcon 9
pressure
has
is nominal.
cleared the pad, beginning its journey to low Earth orbit, carrying those 22 Starlink V2 minis to orbit. The next milestone that it will go through is max Q. That is the moment of peak mechanical stress on Falcon 9. That's set to occur 1 minute, 12 seconds into flight. Coming up to T plus 35 seconds, Falcon 9 already 2.8 kilometers in altitude, coming up to over 700 kilometers an hour and increasing in velocity. Waiting for that call out
Power and
of max
telemetry are
Q.
nominal.
Hearing that the power and telemetry are all nominal and it's on a good course for flight.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Waiting for the call out of max Q in about 10 seconds.
Max Q.
And there we had that call out of a good max Q. Falcon 9 continuing on its journey. The next event that will happen will be the kickoff of a major sequence of events, starting 2 minutes 26 seconds into flight, or just about a minute from now. That'll start off with MECO, or first stage main engine cutoff. That's when those 9 Merlin 1D engines on the base of the first stage will shut down, finishing their main mission today. Then we will have first and second stage separation. We will have second stage engine start, or MVAC engine start. And then we will have grid fin deploy, followed by fairing deployment. All of that will take place in the matter of about 35 seconds. As we come up to T plus 1 minute 50 seconds, Falcon 9 now traveling over 4,000 kilometers an hour, surpassing 33 kilometers in altitude. We're about 25 seconds away from the beginning of that sequence of events. You can see the sunset coming up on the horizon as Falcon 9 flies from the west coast. If you happen to be on the west coast of the United States or Mexico and are seeing today's flight and take photos or videos, make sure you tag us over on social media for a chance to get a shout out on social media and a discount code to the shop.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed. MVAC ignition. Fairing separation confirmed.
And there we have that good call out there. If you're just joining us, you're looking at a live view looking down the first stage of Falcon 9. It is beginning its journey back down to Earth here. The drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, stationed downrange in the Pacific Ocean. The first stage is still coasting up to its apogee. This normally occurs anywhere from 116 to 118 kilometers in altitude when launching from Vandenberg. So keep an eye on the speed on the bottom left corner of your screen and that altitude as we wait for it to have apogee. Once we have apogee, they will begin the journey back down to Earth, and it has 2 more burns to conduct. Its entry burn. That'll begin 6 minutes 4 seconds into flight, lasting 22 seconds this evening. It'll then have its landing burn just before it touches down on the drone ship. That begins 7 minutes 55 seconds into flight. Now, we aren't seeing any live views from the second stage, and we have not been confirmed this by SpaceX, but the few times they have done this generally means they may have flown a little bit more than we were told on board. This is a flight launching from Vandenberg, which is when sometimes they launch some of the Starshield Starlink variants or some other classified. Well, but there's a video of second stage, so maybe we'll have to wait to see if we actually get to see the payload or not, or if we'll just get to see the second stage engines. Could also be just connections with ground
Vehicles are on
stations.
a nominal
There's
trajectory.
always that risk. T plus 5 minutes, 5 seconds into flight. The first stage heading back down towards that Kármán line of 100 kilometers as it begins its re-entry back into the Earth's atmosphere. And there it is, passing the Kármán line. Its next burn will begin in just under 40 seconds from now, beginning that entry burn. That's when it'll ignite just a few of its engines to help protect the vehicle, but also slow it down as it begins to enter the Earth's atmosphere. T plus 5 minutes, 43 seconds into flight. The second stage passing 150 kilometers in altitude, coming up to 13,500 kilometers an hour in speed. Waiting for the call out of that first stage entry burn.
Stage 1 entry burn startup. Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
And it looked like we had a good clean entry burn there on the first stage as Falcon 9 booster 1075 prepares to land for its 10th time, wrapping up its 10th mission. Tonight landing on the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. That entry burn expected to begin 8 minutes, 19 seconds into flight as we're just past sunset. We're probably not going to see live views of the drone ship
FPS has saved.
until it is just seconds away from touchdown, but hopefully we'll be able to have live views of that if they can get that feedback. It descending
Vehicles
now,
are on a nominal trajectory.
descending below 16 kilometers, preparing for landing. The second stage coming up to 150 kilometers in altitude, traveling over 18,500 kilometers an hour. The second stage will continue on its journey with one more burn, 53 minutes, 22 seconds into flight for 2 seconds, ahead of Starlink deployment 1 hour, 2 minutes, 17 seconds
Stage
into
2
flight.
FTS
But
has
SpaceX
saved.
no longer provides live deployment
Stage
coverage
1
of Starlinks.
transonic.